This is a long hold that they've been waiting for. As we look across, Ben Ray, the cox of St Paul's crew, puts his hand down. And I think the start is going to happen any moment now. There it goes. Both crews really getting away. Plenty of power and strength in this St Edward's School 8. And they're going to want to take it to St Paul's. Can't help thinking St Paul's will be the favourite here, but St Edward's here will really want to go at them. So having a look there, Joseph Middleton in the stroke seat, backed up by Milo Taylor in the stern of this St Paul's boat, and real impassive face in the 5 seat of Ollie Parish. Him and Tom Horncastle were in the fantastic crew last year, which really had everything their own way. This year hasn't been the same story. They've still been able to be winning races, but they haven't been really dominating racing the way they did last year. And look at this. How about St Edward's School? Trying to stick with them, and St Paul's just starting to inch away now.
Yeah, they're sticking with them, but like you said, St Paul's are just edging away. They just need to keep them a little bit more length, a little more pressing the blades out.
Well, the crew last year was just a joy to watch from St Paul's. Blade work so nice and together as we take a look here and see those angles moving nicely together. Trying to hold those finishes in deep and get maximum length out of every stroke as we kind of see the rest of the faces there. Felix Kwok in the 4 seat, Cameron Spears behind him in the 3 seat, Maxim Beaconkamp and Holden Eaton in the bow seat, and this crew just moving so smoothly, and it's a kind of inch by inch kind of thing. They're not able to take it away in big handfuls like they did last year. It's just an inch by inch thing as they're passing the barrier. That #1 board goes up, and the crew will pass that. They will know, everyone else watching will know that St Paul's are in the lead. We have a look here at the crew from St Edward's, and they want to try and get the blade work just a bit tidier. It's just a little bit less efficient than what we saw from St Paul's.
It's just quite up in the body. With St Paul's, their shoulders were nice and relaxed. You could see their necks, and it was all very low down in the glutes and the quads, legs just pressing down. With Teddy's, they're just a bit up in the shoulders still.
And how about this steering correction? What is going on in St Paul's 8? I'm sorry, Ben Ray, don't want to point it out. You've got the rudder in your hand, but why have you veered so wildly on towards that Buckinghamshire station? The umpire straight onto the flag to steer them back, but that will undoubtedly have taken a little bit of speed off the boat to make that correction. They did respond quickly. I think that looks like Boris Rankoff in the boat behind, so he will be noted that the correction happened quickly, so I'm sure he'll be okay with it. As we take a look at this St Edward's blade work, and again, what do you think of this?
The blade work is quite good. It's just, yeah, they need to lock on and connect to low down, eyes in the boat preferably. They say every time a head turns, that'll cost you half a second or something. But we're desperately trying to see where the other crew is.
Well, you get a bit of motivation, don't you, from knowing you're in the race. And having a look there, Barnaby Singfield in the 7 seat. I rode with his father, and he was a really great competitor. I'm sure his son's a great competitor as well. Wants to stay in the race, wants to know where the opposition is and see if they can make a move back. But there's just a smoothness and a togetherness about this St Paul's crew. In the 5 seat, we got Ollie Parish. I rode with his father as well. Fantastic athlete. And his son looks like he's building a career of his own as well, doing really well here in the middle of this St Paul's school crew. And they're just so well together. There's very little to see what they're doing to slow the boat down. It just looks like they lock it up, move it on, and then it's together and it's quiet.
They just make it look so simple. It is just roll up, put your blade in, and smash those legs down. But everything's so smooth, and their shoulders are so low. They just look very relaxed.
Well, they're coached by Bobby Thatcher. He'd be very proud of what he can see here. I'm not sure I ever loved the expression of smashing the legs down. For me, it was always just that little bit more of a squeeze down of the legs. Even in an 8, I still want to feel like you're not moving it down too quickly. You're moving down at the right pace to take the boat with you.
That's maybe where I'm going wrong.
Yeah, who knows? But I guess what you've got here is just kind of the efficiency and the timing of how you apply the work. The handles drop in and you don't want to use all the work when the handles drop in. You want to use the work through the middle of the stroke, and I think that's what I kind of like, that there's a really smooth acceleration and application of the force within the St Paul's boat. We may get a contrast with a look at St Edward's, but it just looks kind of so fluid and continuous, and for me nothing looks aggressive, so there isn't a kind of smash. It's just a squeeze, a push throughout rather than a kind of aggressive movement.
Yeah, it's a lovely shot of all the angles and all the blades just going in together in real sync.
They are really well synced. Those blade angles look really good together, and now they can afford to look good because they've got a decent lead that they're going to feel pleased with. When we look at the St Edward's School, they're going to have to be working pretty hard. I'm sure the pain will be showing, and they still look pretty tidy in terms of those angles, but the blades are just going in a little bit deeper. The movements maybe having to look a little bit more forced rather than quite as easy. Lining up for a really exciting race, because Scotch College from Australia will race the winner of this one. So if that is to be St Paul's, that's going to be one of the races to look out for tomorrow. Whether the stewards try and aim it for one of these afternoon spots, who knows, but it'll be a great one to watch. St Paul's School in control here, conserving a bit of energy, knowing what's coming tomorrow. They may need to give more and more and more through the regatta if they're to make it all the way through Saturday and through Sunday. But coming down to the line, we'll see the crew from St Paul's crossing the line ahead of the crew from St Edward's School in Oxford, who stuck to their task, gave it everything they could. We've seen them go down in the boat, but that's a win in the Princess Elizabeth for St Paul's School.